back to BVarsity Live. Zach and Trevor here in the TBC Media Downtown Studios. We have the Drillers in the house, everybody. The coach, Paul Golla, we know him very well. The sophomore, Cam Williams, the next big thing. And Josh Maran, also next big thing, the quarterback for BHS. They get started Saturday afternoon in Ventura against Pleasant Grove of Elk Grove. So that's one of the big games in week one here for us. Guys, welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here. Josh, let's start with you. Won the quarterback job in camp. What's that feel like to be the next quarterback of the Drillers?
Really, it's just like carrying on the tradition. I mean, me and him will split the reps, or he has his packages, but we really push each other in camp, so that he really made me better.
Yeah, and Cam, I was going to ask you, you may not be the starting quarterback, but I know they're going to get the ball in your hands. What do you like best about, without giving anything away, in what way is Coach Golla going to use you that you like the best? Do you like carrying the ball, throwing the ball? I mean, what's your preference?
It's 50-50 right now.
Okay.
I like throwing the ball. I also like running the ball. But right now, throwing the ball is my best right now.
It's like that thing in your hand, right? And Paul, good problem to have, I guess, with these two guys.
Yeah, never really had this problem before. It's we actually went and visited some staffs that have had two quarterbacks, and it's been fun, and these guys have been incredible with each other and handling this, and it's a good situation to be in.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some quarterback battles where the guys wouldn't even sit next to each other because they're so competitive. Not that you guys aren't, but it's good to see the relationship as well, Trevor.
Well, and Paul, you always talk about how the quarterback is so important. People don't look at your offense and say the quarterback's not important, but it is. And for the last 2 years, taking nothing away from Lamicia or Kier, you haven't had that strong signal caller. Now you're in a situation you never had before. Why is this season having Josh and Cam both in that position, having a dual quarterback system, so important for you and something that makes you so comfortable?
We're able to spread the ball out, so we're not locked in. You look at the great teams we had in 2013. We had a running clock the entire playoffs, and then again in the state game, Asani threw the ball close to 2,000 yards. People, they're a running team, but there's times where we're second and third, or in the valley in passing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think he had a couple of close to 300-yard games, if not going over 300, maybe in that regional game where you were forced to throw the ball a little bit more. But that was, I mean, I think. You look at the teams you've had there, and you've had some good ones. That 13 team, maybe the 11 team, were the shining beacons of what you can be when the offense is humming. You seem like you got that bounce in your step a little bit. Is it down year last year? Obviously, we had you on the coach a couple weeks ago. What is it about this team that makes you think you're back?
It's you come to practice, and it's fun. I have fun with these guys, and they have fun with each other. And it's you go to practice, and we're goal-oriented and have details, and I really believe with all my heart they come out to practice with a purpose, with a focus, and they continue to get better. And that's fun, and that's when you're going to be great. At the end of the year, if you go to practice every day with keep your mind on ball, you have a chance.
Josh, speak to that, because I know every team will say it. Oh, yeah, practice is great, and they're all great guys, and we get along great. What separates this team for you versus other teams maybe you've played with?
This team, I have him to push me in practice. Like, if I mess up, he's there to get me going again. Like, he'll give me a high five. You got it next time. That's really what it is. He just keeps me going when I get down.
How about you, Cam? Is this the atmosphere, the chemistry in this team different maybe than what you've been on previously?
Yes, we actually work on details a lot more than other teams, Like our first steps, our bumps, corner bumps, and then our linemen, their first. But
yeah, just everything, right? Every little detail. I got to ask you, Cameron, just because it just strikes me as a little bit random. The Blue Jays hat, is that? Are you a Canada guy?
No,
you just
I
like the symbol? What's going on?
Black and white. I like black.
Okay.
Black and white. Yeah.
It's a good look. I'm just saying. It just struck me as a little random. Toronto.
Well, I used to rock a Baltimore Orioles hat in high school for some reason. I don't know why. I think I was a big Cam or Cal Ripken fan back in the day, but sometimes you just kind of go random with that.
Yeah.
Josh, let me ask you a question. There was another guy that's always been there with you guys in the backfield, is Kano Choa, and obviously he's starting on defense. Cam, he's starting in the secondary with you, right, at safety?
Yes.
Is it the safety position? For you guys on a daily basis, how much does that help you as quarterbacks when you can get looks from other signal callers that are going against you on defense every day? And what does that do to prepare you guys for this year, knowing they understand your scheme and maybe it's only going to help you out on Friday and Saturdays and Thursdays? How much does that help you when you see those guys and Do you learn off of that situations when they're playing on the opposite side of the ball during practice?
Yeah, we learn a lot because if they make a move like to where they know where we're going, we have answers to counter that. So it really works on how much we know our answers, how much we really know our offense.
Right.
Cameron, you've only been at BHS obviously for a year coming into this year, but to see the field the way it is, to see we had photos of it in the Californian this morning, the water tower being carted up to the museum. I mean, just it's
the middle
almost
of the night at
surreal to
2
see the
a.m.
thing tipped over and being dragged on the street. But it's so different. How does it affect you guys, if at all?
Really, it really doesn't affect me because, I've only been there for a year and a half now.
Right.
But it's kind of sad. It's sad, but once the new stadium gets there, it's gonna be cool.
That'll be nice, and you'll still be around at that time, so that'll be good too. How about you, Coach? I mean, you've obviously been there 10 years now, and I mean it's different. I mean, you look in that skyline even, and not to see the water tower, for instance, it's just a new feel.
14 years.
14 years.
It went fast.
Wait,
yes.
what?
This is my 14th season. Yes. So
That doesn't seem right.
That doesn't
This
seem
was
right at all.
2005, right?
You guys are getting old.
Yeah. Wow.
It's funny. We have to walk right by the football field to go to our practice field, and I looked out there, and you finally see that it's a football field. It's nice, and it needs grass. So I thought, man, this is what our field looks like in December. Well, let's just go ahead and play here.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you this right now. Paul, maybe you should – do you guys play at Garces this year?
No.
No.
The
No,
Garza
that's at
team
West
is
High School.
against West High, yeah. Or at West High.
You should probably go over and look at the field because their grass is pristine right now, and I know that they've got different money than current high school district has, but that field, maybe, you know what, you probably won't like it, but, I mean, that's got
Well, let's talk about the schedule, though, while we're on the topic, because there are no true home games. You're playing somewhere else in town, West High, BC. I think one's at Centennial for your home games. But what a fun schedule. I mean, it's so unique to see you guys play Pleasant Grove Saturday. I was going to say tomorrow on Saturday. Then Bear Creek out of Colorado, out of the Denver area. Then Chaminade on a Thursday night at BC. That's going to be a really fun one in a couple of weeks. Play Valencia, and then Ridgeview to wrap up the non-league schedule, which is a game everybody wants to see as well. You always talk about challenging yourself. This may be the best example of, not that it's the very best, toughest schedule maybe you've ever played it, but it's very tough, and you get different looks from everybody.
Yeah. We're always looking to get better. And the better teams we could play, we're going to get better from it. Mm-hmm. And it's to get our kids the best competition that you can. In life, you can't go through life afraid to lose. I mean, you got to take chances. And, it goes back when we played Grant and Long Beach Poly, people thought we were crazy. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah.
And I don't understand. Why do you guys think we're crazy? I mean, this is what we want to be. And I think we've grown that way where we are considered a power. I mean, we're not considered, poor Bakersfield. It's it's Bakersfield versus Chaminade, 2 state championship teams.
Sure, and I think Liberty showed last year you can take a couple, and you guys showed in 13 as well. You can take licks early on and be better for it in November and December, which is what you want to be.
And especially in this new system where as long as you win a section title, you move on. So maybe this is going to be another catapult into the idea that maybe more coaches are going to be like Paul, where you kind of test yourself in August and September because, it doesn't matter when it finally comes to it. It only makes you better because you see that better competition. You get a better idea in November, December of what you saw in August, September.
Just terrific games. Cameron, one game you're looking forward to on the schedule. Can you pinpoint one that you sort of have in your mind?
Chaminade.
All right, Chaminade on a Thursday night at BC.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I thought for a minute you were going to say it has to be the next game, and then you were going to get a pat on the back from Coach, and we were going to roll our eyes at you. But that would have been a good answer. Josh, how about you?
I'm definitely looking forward to Saturday. I mean, it's be my first game back in a couple of years. I had a broken collarbone last year.
Yeah, let's talk about that because that's, sitting on the sidelines tough, especially when I think the team's not playing as well as they think they should, right? Get right on that mic for us, too. Yeah.
It was definitely tough, but, I mean, it's something I had to endure. I mean, I didn't want to rush it back because then I would have ruined my senior season. But, I mean, I'm glad that I sat out.
Yeah, makes you better for going forward. And I think, you talk about Saturday. Let's kind of sink our teeth into that game in the few minutes we have left. Pleasant Grove, very good team. Kind of like you guys had maybe a year they didn't expect last year, and then they don't bring a lot back this year. But, Coach, you just know a program of that quality has kids coming up as you do.
Yeah, they have a wide receiver. He's dynamite. They got another slot guy. They play everywhere. I mean, he's at running back. He's a wide receiver. And they try to get the ball to him. a quarterback is a good scrambler, if something he could take off, and those always scare you, you know. And then defensively, they fly to the ball and they show you just, almost every snap there's a whole different look. So playing an early game, this is going to be a great opportunity for us to see all that.
Yeah, you get a little sunset action at the end of your game,
It's
and
gonna be beautiful.
It'll be great there in Ventura. Cam, how much are you looking forward to playing in that junior college stadium and kind of getting the big showcase feel?
I'm looking forward to it. Like, it's gonna be fun. Like, I think it's gonna be like BC, big stadium. But I'm still looking forward to the game. Just go out there and play.
Just being back out there, and that's a good point because you guys play the game in San Diego. That's at a high school, right?
Yes.
That is at a high school, but you play 3 games at big junior college stadiums, so that's kind of a cool thing as well. And then maybe you get deeper into the postseason, and we could see more too. Josh, on film, Pleasant Grove, what do you see from that defense?
They move around a lot, but we're gonna do what we do. We don't really play them. We play ourselves every game, just to try and better ourselves.
There's a comment that'll get a pat on the
There
back
you
from the
go.
coach. There's one. I like that. Real quick, guys, you looking forward to league play at all yet? You have, I know, a couple of losses to avenge. I know that may be on your minds too, even though neither one of you was actually out there last year.
You go ahead first.
Cam, did you lose a game last year?
No. I
Yeah,
didn't.
this freshman team didn't lose any games. They don't have any revenge to exact. So that's all taken care of. Well, hey guys, the Drillers open up 5 o'clock Saturday. Trevor will be down there. We'll have video highlights of that as well on BVarsity Nightly next Tuesday
Thanks
night.
for the beach trip, Paul. I appreciate you.
Hey, you betcha.
Yeah.
Let's do it every year.
Yeah,
Please.
just try to get that one planned every year. You guys take a copy of our preview here before you leave, and we're going to be back with the Liberty Patriots announce the defending Division I section champions right after this on BVarsity Live.